Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to all of you for today's session. Students, there was a small problem on the website. That's why some students are facing problem in joining the class. So apologies for that. Just wait 5 minutes more. Please let others join, then we start the lecture. Okay? Let others join, then we start the lecture. Meanwhile, you just fix it on your device. Yes, please, everyone, now. So, students, we are starting the lecture AAA and AAA Advanced Audit and Assurance. There are some changes which are being implemented in the AAA as from the September 2022. Means the things which were not there before, now they are being introduced. So just let me know whether you people can hear me. Tell me, please. Can you hear me? Everyone, you can respond by opening your mic or by typing over here. Can you hear me? What about others, please? I need response from everyone. Can you hear me? Still not received. The response still not received. Only 2% responded. What about others? Can you hear me? You know, if you will not respond, how can I understand? Yes, just a minute, please. They may not be able to listen to me. Yes. Please check this. I cannot proceed further if everyone doesn't confirm me about it. Yes. Yes, please. Urveshi is there, a user, and Vishna. Tell me, please. Just a minute, please. Thank you, Urveshi, for responding to my question. Yes. All right. So students, let us proceed and talk about the syllabus content and the subject. AAA, Advanced Audit and Assurance. The subject is, this is the examiner's, this is the study guide I'm opening in front of you people. From September 2022 to June 23. I can share it with you people as well. Don't you worry, I will be sharing. This is the study guide, and you know that advanced audit and assurance, basically the subject utilizes the knowledge from IFRS's knowledge, accounting standards you have studied, plus the knowledge of audit and assurance, which is called F8. Normally, the student come to the AAA paper and they have forgotten what they studied over there. So I say my students that please don't worry about that if you have forgotten a phrase, because we will be discussing everything from scratch over here. So now, when we talk about AAA paper, you know, this is a change. This is a change from September 2022. Yes. AFM, AAA, and APM will contain 80% technical marks. Now, what are the technical marks? Technical marks are which are subject related knowledge and its application. So, knowledge and application of this subject. Yes. So knowledge and its application. 20 marks is professional marks, professional skills marks. Newly added. How many of you have done SBL before? Tell me. How many of you have done SBL? Tell me, please. How many of you? One person, two, okay. I'm just asking you, no need, not mandatory to be done before this paper. I'm just asking because in SBL, there are also skills-based marks. You know that? Professional skills-based marks. There are also, if you have done. But no worry at all if you have not done. Whatever is required, we will be talking about that over here. Now, so students, now come here. AAA. Yes, the previous knowledge, IFRS and audition. Now these are the professional skills. Professional skills. Communication, evaluation and analysis, professional skepticism and judgment, and commercial acumen. What they are. Don't be afraid of reading their names. Okay, we will be working on that. Don't worry at all. The paper is 3 hours 15 minutes. Two sections are there. Now, I have highlighted a few things here. So 50 mark section A, 50 mark case study. and include multiple areas of the syllabus. Multiple areas. Include 40 technical marks and 10 professional marks. And 10 professional skills marks. Okay, this section, this area, this question number 1, it is the mix of areas of the syllabus. Question B, section B, 25 marks, 20 technical and 5 professional marks each. So 20 marks will be there. Now, each question will have minimum 2 professional marks. Now, so this is what it is. So syllabus, I will come to the, if I say that your exam paper is, exam format is section A. Section A, that is 50 mark case study. Out of it, include 10 professional marks. Section B. Section B has 2 questions. Question number 2, question number 3. 25 mark each. And normally 5 professional marks. Professional skills. Yes. In each. This is your paper. But now I will be linking that with the P7 paper. I will be talking about the contents of the subject. I'll be talking about that. Now, students, AAA, this syllabus, content, we can categorize the syllabus of, now I'm talking about technical content. You know that 80 marks. Without 80 marks content. Technical content. We can categorize into 2 types. The one is audit of historical financial information. Audit of historical financial information. What is it? Historical financial information means that which is related to past. The information which is related to past. Historical means financial statements. They are, HFI. The other name is financial statements. You should not be worried. You have learned a new name. Historical financial information or financial statement means the same. Now, next. So students, this starts from this section, audit planning, acceptance, and planning of audit. Then is the audit evidence. Then is review and report. Review and report. Now, three main sections. You can break down into 5 even, but I have divided into 3. Students, very important sections. Normally, okay, come to the next section. The other syllabus is further 2 types. I say other areas of syllabus. 2 types. The one is regulatory environment for audit. Regulatory environment for audit. How the audit is regulated. And in that, ethics and practice management. Because ethics is a way to regulate auditor. Practice management, how auditors should practice professional issues, quality control issues, practice management. Practice management. Now, next point. The next point is the second one is other areas, that is other assignments by auditor. Other assignments. Now, what are other assignments? What are other assignments? Other assignment include, for example, that is other assignments include, that is forensic audit, forensic audit, that is due diligence, that is social and environmental audit. The next is PFI, prospective financial information. PFI, prospective financial information. And the last but not the least, that is the current issues. Examiner articles. Examiner articles. Okay, there may be 1 or 2 more topics here. This is the whole syllabus of P7, Advanced Audit and Assurance. The point is, students, the point is, this audit acceptance and planning, 1, 2, 3. This is mandatory in your exam. It is up to 24 marks. Normally, it is 10 to 20 marks. It is 5 to 15 marks in every paper. Mandatory testing. On average, if I say it is 60 to 70 mark paper. Yes, it is. Minimum 60 marks you will find on this section. And let me tell you, this area, this section is usually 70% of the paper preparation. So it takes 70% of the time as well for the preparation. Now come to the regulatory environment, ethics and practice management. This area is tested from 5 marks and sometimes 20 marks in any question. 3 questions, it can be tested. This area is tested in section B only. Tested in review and report. Section B of paper only. All other topic areas can be tested anywhere. They can be tested anywhere. Now, this other assignment can be tested from 5 marks again to 20 marks in any question of the paper. Now, so examiner article, choice of examiner, they test it 5 marks, sometimes 10 marks, sometimes they don't test it at all. This is how your paper is segregated. Now, the syllabus we have talked about. The point is how to pass the paper. Yes. Critical factors for AAA. What they are, critical factors. We will talk about it. Critical factor. The first factor is, stepwise I will move. Knowledge of AAA content. Which content? Which I have talked about. Knowledge. In other words, conceptual knowledge. If you write that will be better. Conceptual knowledge. Second, knowledge of IFRSs. Third is being able to apply AAA knowledge to scenarios. 4. Drafting answer as per exam skills mentioned by examiner. mentioned by examiner. Now, students, let us do the analysis. This is the first step. Second, third, fourth. If you have knowledge of AAA only, you get mark only this prepare, 30 marks around in paper. Knowledge only. Add the knowledge of IFRS. You get the marks around below 40, but above 30, up to 40 marks. Now, applying the scenario, you get marks up to 49. Means 41 to 49. And here, but it doesn't mean that you have not to prepare the knowledge. If you don't know the knowledge, how you draft answer? If you don't know IFRS, how you will draft? And remember, inverse calculation. If you know only this, and you do not know this, reverse calc, one, the other way. If you move this way, drafting answer will get you 15 to 20 marks. Because you know skills only, you do not know the content. Being able to apply knowledge to scenario, up to 30 marks. Now, knowledge of IFRS, 35 to 40 marks. And here come to the, you see, in both ways, you just can see the difference. Now, time allocation. Time or effort allocation. Now, students, time allocation. 40 to 60. What does it mean? If you spend 40 minutes, 40 minutes means if you can prepare 1 to 3 in 40 minutes, then spend 60 minutes on point 4. Yes, this is whatever I am telling you, that is based on teaching without any doubt thousands of AAA students. Thousands of AAA students. Now, focus that. Focus that. Anyone, any question so far? Now, so students, what we will be doing? What we will be doing? Since we are intending to study for September exam and ACCA believes in now 3-month session, right? What will be our approach? Approach of syllabus. We will be starting with the AAA knowledge along with exam questions, past paper questions, plus how IFRS will revised. It will be I'll provide you notes, summary notes for IFRS. I'll provide. Plus, when I'll be discussing questions and whatever IFRS will be, I will be giving brief overview while solving questions, because we cannot study IFRS is here. We cannot do that. Now, let us proceed further. Next one. One point, since ACCA now June exam is there, after June exam, ACCA will publish some data publicly on the exam skills, professional skills, 20 marks. And of course, I'll be discussing then at that time with you people. Professional skills, marks. Meanwhile, we'll be working with the topics and the syllabus. How we will start? This is the syllabus. We will start with the regulatory environment for audit. 1, today we will be talking about it. Then 2, 3, 4. Then 5. Then 6, and then 7. Our sequence. Sequence of going through the syllabus. Anyone, any question? I'll provide you my notes, course notes. Second, in the course notes include past exam questions included. At end of each topic, they're included. They are included. And I'll try to arrange some other resources as well. Additionally, the third, I will provide you IFRS summary. And fourth, I will try to arrange some additional resources, whatever required. Whatever required to pass this paper. Anyone, any question, please ask. Yes, please. Anyone, any question? I didn't do any introduction from your side. Yes, please. Okay, let us do one thing before we proceed. Let us do one thing before we proceed, and we should know each other. I will introduce myself, Hamzah Siddiq, and I have been teaching ACCA since last 13 years, 1-3. Pakistan and Mauritius physically I have worked, and now running my platform since last 3 years. It is 4th year of running online platform. We have on average annual 1,200, 1,300 students from the Mauritius only itself. Okay, we have annual. Now, so students, now you will introduce yourself. You will open your mic, your name, you will tell where you work or not, and your city, where are you from? Yes, please, one by one. Open. We can't hear anyone. I will call by name. Okay, I'll call you by name to introduce. Just a minute, please. I will call you by your name. Just a minute, please. Let us introduce each other, and then we will talk about the syllabus as well. Yes, Yogita. Yes, please.
Just 1 second, sir. My name is Yogita. I'm from Mauritius, and I'm currently working in retail banking.
Which bank it is?
It is SBI.
SBI. Okay. From where you are in Mauritius?
In the north from Fondue near Granby.
Okay, Granby side, right. All right. So thank you, Yogita. And yes, please. User, who is the user? Please introduce yourself. Hello, user, please. User, please, can you hear me? Mike. Okay, Mike is not there. Okay, right. Okay, Ritesh.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah, my name is Ritesh Singh Chan. I'm currently working at Vistra Mauritius, and I live in Rosebell, from Mauritius.
Rosebell. Okay, yeah. Rosebell. All right.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, dear. Yes, Urveshi.
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
My name is Urvashi Benahasi. Currently, I'm working at a management company at Vistra Mauritius Limited, and I'm from New Grove, from Mauritius.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Urvashi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Diksha, please.
Hello, everyone. Diksha, I am from Catrobone in Mauritius, and I'm working in the management called Apex Fund and Corporate Services.
Okay, I have very good memories with the Catrobone, actually, Solneck Wellness Park, and from there to, and there is another, Shaban is there. Shaban kebab, in Qatar itself. Okay, thank you. So good to hear. Yes, Vishna. Vishna, your mic is working or not? We can't hear you, dear. I think there is a problem. Yes. Yes, the other name I can't pronounce. It's starting with C. I think it is French name. Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
it's Celine.
Celine. Okay, good. Celine, yes, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Celine Collet. I'm from Rodrigues, Mauritius. I work as an administrative officer.
Oh, okay. Okay, Rodrigues from you are. Okay. So
Yes.
thank you, everyone, introducing yourself. Now, one student asked me that what is the addition in the syllabus? What is the change? There is no change. The change is 20 marks per question. This is change, which I identified at the start. And the paper marks distribution is the difference. This is change. This is the change. These skills, they are going to be tested for 20 marks here. Okay, this is the change. Got that? Yeah. Now, so let us start with the lecture, today's topic. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Give me, please. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Actually, it is Ramadan over here. And because of that, things are a bit because of the environment, culture, over here. Because of that, some things are not arranged properly, which should have been arranged otherwise. For example, today the link was not working. So, in Pakistan, it is a big, what I can say, it is a big occasion, Ramadan. The whole lifestyle, 24 hours are changed in the offices as well. So I hope you can ignore it for today. Things will be okay, as we proceed. Now, so students, we are going to start the topic that is regulatory environment for audits. So regulatory environment for audit, what does it mean? So when we talk about regulatory environment for audit, that how audit is regulated. Now the point is, my question from you people, you will open your mic and talk to me frankly, because it should be a two-way communication. It should not be one-way communication. The first question is, okay, what is regulatory environment for audit? Regulation means that auditor is to be controlled, to be monitored, to be directed. You know that? Should be guided. Regulation. Someone is watching over auditor. This is called regulation of audit. This is called regulation of audit. So when we talk about regulation of audit, the question is, why to regulate audits? My question from you people. Tell me, why to regulate audits? Tell me, why there is a need? Transparency, compliance. You can open your mic and feel free to talk to me.
May I say?
Yeah, sure, please.
I think that regulation is important to ensure that the audit is conducted within some set parameters.
Okay, good. What has meant, why those parameters are there? This is, again, parameters are regulation, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, this is the question.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think to ensure that the financial statements are showing a true and fair view of the state of affairs of a particular company.
Okay. All right. So let me proceed and let me explain it to you. The point is, this, your point is valid, that compliance and things are done properly. But why, again, why things are done properly means, remember, audit profession is a public profession. Auditor's report is relied upon. It is relied upon by many shareholders, banks, investors, authorities, for decision-making purposes. And if auditor work is inappropriate, which means all those decisions which are being taken, they will be misguided. Right. Now, so student, that's why, since public interest, so many stakeholders are relying on, that's why auditors should be regulated, controlled, that they work properly. And those all stakeholders are not misguided. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone? Now, so students, because you know that if auditor work is inappropriate, the report is inappropriate, I am investor, I am relying on the auditor report and going to make investment. My whole money will, and I will lose. Bank will lose. Government will lose. That's why it is important that auditor should be regulated. Auditor must be regulated. Now, next point. The next point is students, how the regulation is done. The regulation of audit is done from two sources. One, from the national laws and regulations. They national laws and regulation, they regulate auditing, the country which they are working. For example, there is some eligibility criteria. That who can act as auditor and who cannot. National laws and regulation, they define. What is the training requirement? What is ethical requirement? What is education? You know, they are requirements. Otherwise, you cannot. And there are regulatory bodies in the countries. To whom auditor is answerable. For example, in UK, in country to country, they vary. In UK, you need not to memorize this. Example, there is Financial Reporting Council. There is Auditing Practice Board. There is Public Oversight Board. I have given you 3 examples in the UK. There are many more as well. To whom auditor is answerable. They regulate auditor in one or the other way. Now, next, let us proceed further. So national laws and regulations, they're defining. And they define how the auditor is appointed, how the auditor is removed. No, all these things national law define. So the second thing is international regulations. That is IFAC, International Federation of Accountants. IFAC, International Federation of Accountants. What does IFAC do? IFAC is a global body. In ACCA is member of it, ICAAA is its member, and around more than 100 accountancy bodies are its member. IFAC has multiple subcommittees. I will discuss two subcommittees here. Subcommittees of IFAC. The one is IAASB, International Audit and Assurance Standards Board. International Audit and Assurance Standards Board. Now, what does it is subcommittee of IFAC? So this subcommittee of IFAC, it issues, number one, it issues ISAs, International Standards on Auditing. International Standards on Auditing. What is it? ISAs. Now listen. ISAs, International Standards of what they are? ISAs are step-by-step guideline that how to conduct audit. From acceptance of audit till the audit report format and how to prepare audit report. Everything is guided by ISAs. Step-by-step guideline to conduct audit. You know, auditor is being regulated, but how you have to conduct audit. Now, next. The next is they issue second international ISQCs, International Standards on Quality Control. ISQCs, what they are? They are standards, guidelines to ensure quality of audit, to improve quality of audit. And they issue other standards as well. ISR is International Standard on Review Engagements. And there are more, but We need not to discuss those. Okay, now another subcommittee of IFAC, that is IESBA, International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants. Yes, International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants. They issue codes of ethics. You know, codes of ethics. You have been studying since start. They issue that. You know, I have discussed just 2 subcommittees of IFAC. There are so many subcommittees. We have not to discuss all those. Another subcommittee is PIOB, Public Interest Oversight Board. What does it do? It oversees the function of these subcommittees. Oversees the function of these subcommittees. It oversees the function of these subcommittees, as well as it nominates their members. Member of this subcommittee nominates their member. Now, next point. Students, regarding the regulation of audits. Regarding the regulation of audits. When we talk about the regulation of audits, so let us proceed further. Another legislation related issue, that is money laundering. Very important. What is money laundering? Money laundering is basically, can you tell me what is money laundering? Any one of you know that? Anyone who has the idea of what money laundering actually is? Yes, obtaining money illegal to legal activity. Okay, almost near. So money laundering is basically, it is the concealing the origin of proceeds of crime. Concealing the, remember, not obtaining illegal money, no. Concealing the origin of proceeds of crime. That where this money was originated, trying to conceal that, trying to hide that. Trying to hide that. Now, next, you know that example, a person collected money from the bribe or smuggling or drug trafficking. That is illegal money. He wants to hide the source of that money. He wants to show that this money I have earned from legal sources. Whatever he does for that, that is called money laundering. So concealing the origin, all the attempts and effort made for that are called money laundering. Proceeds of crime. Now, let us proceed further. Let us proceed further. Students, steps in money laundering. The topic is steps in money laundering. Three-step process it is. The first step is that is called placement. Placement is the stage where money from illegal source enters the legal system for the first time. For the first time, it is entering the legal system. Now, let us talk about it in detail. With example, a person took bribe and deposited in the bank, entering legal system for the first time. Another example. A person who sells a product, the price is 5,000 rupees. But when he sells, customer pay 5,000. Customer pay 5,000. He records 10,000 rupees invoice. 5,000 he is adding from illegal source. 10,000. You know that's sold for 5,000. received 5,000, recorded 10,000. Placement. Another example. I have 10 employees. 5 employees, I pay them salary of, for example, 90,000 each. And out of that, I pay 40,000 cash and show 50,000 in the system. 40,000 I'm paying from illegal money. So illegal money entering the legal system. Placement. Once placement is done, the second stage is layering. What is layering? Layering is the stage where layers of transactions are generated. Layers. To create ambiguity, to make tracing things difficult, transfer from one account to the other, giving the cash, giving repeated deposit withdrawal. So many transactions that things may not remain traceable. Now, so layers are being generated. Layers of the things are being generated. I hope. So that origin is things become, they may not remain traceable. Layers, multiple transactions to reduce traceability of funds. Yes. Now, the third is integration. Now, in the layers, they send money internationally. Sometimes offshore. Bring that back. Layers generated. Integration. Integration. The final stage. Now, money has taken the form of legal money and will be used for expenditures, will be used for investments, for buying assets, etc. Now, so student, these are the 3-step process. Money laundering takes place. Now, the next is, what is the job of the auditor? Auditor, when auditing the company, get suspicious circumstances that the company is involved in money laundering. Auditor must have to report what? Even suspicion of money laundering. To the authorities, to the relevant person, whoever it is. 1, suspicion of money laundering. If auditor does not, where auditor gets suspicious, he must report. Second, must not tip off the client. Tip off. What is tip off? Tip off means giving a hint to the client that you can be tried for money laundering. You can be tried for money laundering. Give indication. And if they get hint may be direct hint, or if we question them too much, they may get hint themselves. Yes. Now, they must not tip off. So, students, the client. These two are special related to auditor. Now, students, come to the notes. I will be sharing these notes with you people. Volume 1. Yes. Money laundering. Very well explained here. So, anti-money laundering have been tested multiple times. That's Money Laundering Regulation 2007. Every company should appoint an MLRO. Money Laundering Reporting Officer. This is law required. What is MLRO? MLRO is a person who has the specialized knowledge of money laundering and relevant laws. MLRO. Now, the second point is undertake customer due diligence. Due diligence means whenever you accept a client, customer, you go to the bank gets all information, your NIC, source of income, and other whatever they do, so much information they ask about you. This is called due diligence. Due diligence. And report suspicion of money laundering. Due diligence is here. Detail of it. Know your client. Audit firm. Who is the client? The owner, their identity, registration number of company. If a person, the NIC, passport copy, employment contracts, business registration number. Who controls it? What is the per business? The type of the business? What are the source of funds? The purpose is to spot unusual business activity. The purpose is to spot unusual business activity. Yes. So that if there is any money laundering, that can be identified. So, and whatever record of, that the bank asks for your NIC, it's valid for the businesses as well. If you're auditing a company, ask all these record, who are director, who are their identity, what are the businesses. So they must, audit firm must maintain record of the customer for at least 5 years. And there should be procedures, the form filling, approvals, calls, screenings, and train all staff in these issues. Anti-money laundering procedures. Now, money laundering risk indicators. Risk indicators. What are the indications? What are the symptoms if they are present? There is chance that money laundering is taking place. Company is doing cash-based business. I told you, what deposited in one account, wire to another account. Excessive wire transaction, excessive. Large bearer transactions. Large bearer transaction. Bearer means now bearer transaction is the transaction which is basically, the check. Have you ever taken a check to the bank and cashed in the counter? Tell me. Have you ever done that? Any one of you? Although it is becoming something old-fashioned now, but if you have done, do let me know. Have you ever gone to the bank with a check to be encashed on the counter? Anyone out of you? No, not anyone?
Gosh.
Okay, 1 or 2% have done. This is called bearer check. The check which is only transferable from account to account, that is called cross check. Bearer check, bearer instruments. When they are issuing bearer instruments, too many. Again, it is like cash transactions, no record. If a company is doing that, they might be manipulating records. The next is repeated deposits or withdrawals just below the monitoring threshold. Now, what is monitoring threshold? Every country has a limit of transaction. Above all that limit, amount limit, they are monitored and may be audited. For example, in my country, that is around $6,000. All the transaction above $6,000, they are automatically selected for, and they can be audited. Yes, they can be audited. Now, the next is secrecy over transactions. Secrecy. Secrecy over transactions. That's secret. I'm auditor. I'm checking the accounts of the company. I ask them the information. The first of all, information is not available. No voucher, no details available. When I ask, they don't tell me. They become aggressive. Cash-based excessive transaction, I told you. These are indicators of money laundering. Now, offenses in the UK. Yes. I have explained these things. Possessing, dealing, concealing the proceed of crime. Helping anyone involving in the money laundering. And failure to report, this is related to auditor. Suspicion of money laundering. If you do not report suspicion, later on proved, you will be tried. Tipping off. You tip the client that you may be investigated for money laundering, and they get careful. Destroying documents, falsifying. to avoid money laundering investigation. Now, students, this is a past exam question which I have analyzed in front of you people. This is the last thing to be done today because you people don't have notes as well. Before next class, I'll be sharing the notes with you people. Just you get enrolled, pay your fee, and then you will have access to all the resources. So here you go. Question. I give you some time. Discuss the implications of circumstances described above. Nature of any reporting that you do. 6 and 3, 9 marks. Please read this scenario once. Take 2-3 minutes. Read the questions once again. Question and scenario. Then I will discuss his answer with you people. Be quick, please, everyone. You have 3 minutes for that. Have you gone through it? Tell me, please. Have you gone through it? The scenario. Okay, now let us discuss it. So implication of circumstances described. So I have highlighted information in this, if you have gone through it, entirely cash-based. They have 5.5 million in financial statement till receipt. In the cash counters, what is the difference? The difference is 2 million. Cash counter record is showing till receipt 3.5 million, while 5.5 million is shown in financial statements. This seemed odd, so I questioned Eva Gul, the company financial controller, about this. She said that the Jack Heron used journals, odd accounting. No explanation available. The same 2 million is being transferred internationally. It was authorized by no information available once again. Question him, he became aggressive. Now, students, the point is, you see here, how to draft answer for it. How to draft answer for it. I will dictate the answer, please. You can note down the question is the Heron company, and this you can note, and I will dictate the answer, please. Please, I will dictate the answer. Yes. So students, Jack Heron might be or is likely to be involved in the money laundering. As the circumstances dictates, firstly, the next paragraph, firstly, its business is entirely cash-based. Its business is entirely cash-based. An ideal environment for money laundering. The revenue recorded in the financial statement is 5.5 million. While till receipts show $3.5 million. It seems like that $2 million has been added to the cash receipts from the customer. Which is the placement stage of money laundering. Which is the placement stage of money laundering. The next line, as the reason for using odd accounting that is posting through journals is not available. And the same is being performed by the owner. Adds to the suspicion of money laundering. Adds to the suspicion of money laundering. Now, next paragraph. The same 2 million is being transferred to overseas financial institution. And it is an indication that the money is being laundered. And they are trying to conceal the origin of money. Through these transactions. It is called layering stage of money laundering. Now, after this, Jack Heron can bring back this money in the country for investment or expenditures. That will be integration stage of money laundering. Next paragraph. The international transfer was authorized by Jack Heron. With no documents available. And the reason when Jack Heron was questioned, he became aggressive. This all shows they are trying to hide something suspicious. And this excessive secrecy over transactions this excessive secrecy over transaction is an indication that money laundering is taking place. Now, implications we are discussing. One more implication. Implications for auditor. Audit senior. The next line. Audit senior is asking too much questions to the Jack Heron. There may be a risk that he may have been tipped off. He may have been tipped off the Jack Heron. And which may prejudice the money laundering investigation. Now, implication. Students, auditor should consider to withdraw from this audit as integrity of Jack Heron is doubtful. Now, next. To whom they should report? Second part. Student, they should report to, audit senior should report to money laundering reporting officer of Lark and Company. First of all, money laundering reporting officer of Lark and Company. Then, on the basis of that report, they should, MLRO should decide whether to report to authorities or not. Regarding this suspicion of money laundering, whether to report to authorities or not, regarding this suspicion of money laundering, it is done. I hope the point is quite clear to everyone. How to draft answer. This question is done. Now, in the next class, next Tuesday, we'll be talking about audit acceptance and planning. A very important class will be that. Okay, students? So you will receive via email all the details for enrollment as well. Okay? Any question from your side? Any question from your side? Please tell me.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Does it mean that the first chapter, regulatory environment for audit, is over?
Yes, almost it is over.
Okay.
Okay, we have done this first topic. Yes. And there is one more question, but that is easy on it from past paper. Then audit planning will be
Okay.
started. Acceptance and planning. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes, thank you.
that's it for today. See you the next week. Until then, take care. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you. Goodbye.